We've all been here before. You're online looking at cute little houses and bungalows, getting all excited until you see the price tag. Then you're back to reality because homes have become unaffordable. Is buying a house with a loan really smart? Let's take a look at some numbers. Okay, first, let's look at the elephant in the room. Buying a home is expensive. Most people need to borrow a sizable chunk of change. And this is nothing new. It's been happening for a while. But recently, home prices have gone crazy. So now buyers are taking out even bigger loans to afford the same old home. In the US, the median house price is around 300,000 euros. Let's assume our home buyer puts down 30,000 euros. That's pretty standard. Now, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the average 30-year mortgage is 6.8%. This means that after 30 years, you'll pay nearly double the original price in interest. Most people take the plunge because owning a home is the American dream. It's supposed to be the dream. But if that dream comes with 30 years of debt, maybe it's time to rethink it. Imagine an alternative. The same person looking at the same house says, I want to own the house, but then decides to rent instead. For our example, let's say they still put down the same amount, 30,000 euros. They could use that to invest in something like an S&P 500 ETF. The nice thing about an S&P 500 ETF is that it tracks the top 500 companies in the US. It's well diversified and has historically returned around 10% per year. Now we're changing the game. The person who bought the house is now paying interest, property tax, and maintenance costs, which can easily add up to thousands per year. The person who invested their money is getting around 10% every year. Compounding returns can make a huge difference over time. And this is where time is our friend. After 5 years, the investment has grown to 40,000 euros. In the 6th year, it gets a jump. It goes from 40,000 euros to 44,000 euros. Why? Because it's earning 10% on a larger amount. In the 7th year, it earns 10% on the new higher balance. This just keeps repeating. By the 20th year, the investment has grown to 240,000 euros. The power of compounding is real. Now let's fast forward. By the 30th year, that initial 30,000 euros has turned into a whopping 523,000 euros. Not bad, but that's not all. This is the magic. Using a safe withdrawal rate of 4%, our investor can withdraw around 20,939 euros per year. And this is passive income. Every single year. This income stream just keeps going as long as the investments keep growing. Compare this to the person who bought the house. After 30 years of paying off their mortgage, they own their home outright. No more payments, but they have a hefty repair bill. At this point, they might even wish they had that rental income. Okay, so renting might not be so bad, especially when you can invest the difference. Sounds good, right? There's one big objection. Some people think that buying a home is a safe investment. Renting is throwing money down the drain. But is it? We tend to emotionally connect with stuff we own. So it feels better to own a house than to rent one. But from a financial perspective, it makes sense to ask, what would you rather have? A house or a financial engine that works for you? Here's another way to look at it. When you rent, you're freeing up your money. You can save more, invest more, and have more choices in life. When you buy, you're tying up your money. You lose your freedom. You have to stay put. You can't move to another city or country. You can't take that dream job unless you're planning to sell. Now, this isn't always easy. Sometimes selling a home is stressful. But in general, renting gives you more flexibility and options. Plus, here's some food for thought. If you're thinking about buying a house, consider this. Houses don't always go up in value. Remember the housing crash of 2008? What if your house loses value? If you have a mortgage, you still have to make those payments. On the other hand, the stock market has recovered from every single crash in history. Okay, so you're thinking about buying a house? Let's go back to the original question. Is buying a house with a loan really smart? Well, it depends. Does it give you security, or does it give you income? And remember, you don't have to do just one or the other. You can buy a house and still invest. It's all about balance and making smart choices. So the choice is yours. One house you had to work for, or a portfolio that works for you? The decision's up to you.